Dear students, welcome to the online lecture series of environmental science. Today we are going to discuss about the effects or causes of NOx or nitrogen oxide. As in the previous lecture we were discussing about the effects of NOx, and some of the effects of NOx are already been discussed. So we will try to discuss some more effects of NOx on plants, on animals, human being, and other living creatures and property. So one of the effect of NOx is that it fades away the dyes, fades away dyes. If any product has been dyed already, dye has been made, and such products are being if exposed to the nitrogen oxides, then the color of such products gets fade away with the exposure to this NOx. Similarly, exposure to NOx reduces 10% strength of the fibers. Strength of fiber reduces. The quality of fiber gets reduced by 10%, and it is strength means the cloth. If we are using any fiber, and the same fiber if gets exposed to the NOx, nitrogen oxides, then the strength of this such fiber gets reduced by 10%. Means the durability of the product composed of fibers is going to reduce by 10%. Similarly, NOx causes cracks in rubber and nylon, and reduces the elasticity of the product. Elasticity. As we all know, rubber is having a characteristics of elasticity, stretchability, but if any rubber product is being exposed to NOx, oxides of nitrogen, then the elasticity of the products get reduced, and the cracks are formed, and the quality of the products get reduced, be any of the product made from rubbers or nylon. Similarly, it may also result the formation of pan in the atmosphere, which also triggers the formation of smoke plus fog. And the presence of NOx results the formation of smoke by combining NO2 with hydrocarbons, and the smoke either formed from paint or from the combination of NO2 with hydrocarbons results a respiratory disease among the human beings. And the oxidants of the product, the NO2, is also damage human, animals, materials collectively. Besides this, NOx is also having a particular effect of it is characteristics on the soil and aquatic ecosystem, because NOx results the formation of HNO3, or we say nitric acid, and the organisms, especially the beneficial organisms like earthworm present in the soil, gets damaged. Similarly, the herbs and most significantly the phyto and zooplankton are very sensitive to nitric acid, and the acid rain in the form of either nitric acid or sulfuric acid results the damage of the beneficial organisms like earthworm and other microorganisms there, and it also damages the herb, and most significantly it damages the aquatic ecosystem, because the phytoplankton, which forms the base of the food chain in an aquatic ecosystem, as you have learned in the previous unit, and phyto and zooplanktons are sensitive to such nitric acid, and the formation of nitric acid in the atmosphere results the collapse of food chain. See, for example, we are having a phytoplankton is there, plankton, then we may have a zooplankton, then we have small fish and large fish. It is not necessary to damage or prove harmful for the large fishes, but the zooplanktons are the breeding grounds for the small fish, and the small fish are breeding ground for the large fish, and damage to the zooplankton or phytoplankton may ultimately result the damage on the large fish which is surviving on or thriving on water bodies. Means the presence of nitric acid damages the quality of the water bodies either by creating acidity in water bodies, and similarly in soil, or damages the organism present in the soil by damaging or disrupting the food chain either in a terrestrial ecosystem in case of soil and aquatic ecosystem in case of ponds and oceans and other water bodies. This was some of the effects of NO2. Then we will discuss about the effects of SOx. Effects of SOx, oxides of sulfur. As we have seen, the effects of NOx among the human being, which were resulting among respiratory disease. Similarly, the SOx is also responsible for different disease like chronic bronchitis, constrictions, emphysema in lungs. Means pulmonary emphysema may also result. Means these are some of the disease which also results the presence of due to the presence of SOx. This may also damage similarly soil and aquatic ecosystem as discussed in the effects of NOx. Similarly, the formation of sulfuric acid decreases the quality of the soil by damaging or deteriorating the soil beneficial organisms, as already discussed in the NOx effects. Similarly, SOx is also damaging the same effects, and SOx is also responsible for damage among the plants or the crops like chlorosis, means reducing chlorophyll content among the plants, which in turn reduces the productivity of the crops and ultimately results the decrease in economy of any particular nation or any particular state or the nation, as the case may be. Similarly, the SOx and NOx have a most significant effect among the properties, and the effect is stone leprosy. As we saw, calcium carbonate, if any building is formed from calcium carbonate and if gets exposed to this sulfuric acid, as is been formed from sulfur dioxide, and it results the formation of calcium sulfate plus water plus carbon dioxide, means it results a damaging effect on the materials or the buildings where the construction material is composed of calcium carbonate, and if such materials are being exposed to the sulfuric acid which have been formed in the atmosphere as sulfur dioxide plus water is there plus oxygen is there which forms the H2SO4 sulfuric acid, and this sulfuric acid damages the calcium carbonate materials used in buildings, and such effects have been seen in Taj Mahal and other monuments. Collectively, we can say whether it is nitrogen oxide or it is sulfur oxide, the effects are being observed in plants, in animals, microorganisms, in properties as well. Hence, increase in pollution content in the atmosphere, either in the form of sulfur oxide or in the form of nitrogen oxide, no doubt, no entity exists on the surface of the earth that is not being damaged by the presence of sulfur oxide or oxides of nitrogen. Similarly, lichens, as we know, if any atmosphere is having sulfur oxide in its air, then we can't see lichens. It means the presence of sulfur oxide and hydrocarbons results the damage of lichens. It means the presence of lichens in any particular geographical area shows the absence of sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide, and the absence of lichens shows the presence of sulfur oxide and hydrocarbons in that very particular area. So, be it plants, be it animals, be it microorganisms, all the entities present on the surface of the earth is being damaged by the presence of sulfur oxide or oxides of nitrogen. Hence, what becomes our responsibility, the responsibility as a human being, as an individual, is supposed to reduce the quantity of sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide, be it at a traffic signal, be it at a home, as using unnecessary electrical appliance, where we use coal, where we use other fossil fuel products. So what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to check on individual level, which becomes an environmentally sound practice as a role of human being. So hope you get to understand the effects of sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxide. In the next lecture, we will discuss other pollutants on human being property and living organisms. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Best of luck.